McElWAIN, nicknamed J-Mac, was born on October 20, 1988. He is an American amateur athlete in both basketball and marathon and a public speaker with high-functioning autism. McElWAIN came to fame on international news in 2006, when he shocked the world by playing in a high school basketball game and scored 20 points in the final few minutes of the game. The game was described as a miracle by many in attendance. The game was shown on ESPN, CBS, CNN and many news networks around the world, and video clips of the feat went viral. In 2003, Jason McElWAIN was appointed as the manager of the Greece Athena High School Trojans men's basketball team by basketball coach Jim Johnson. On February 15, 2006, he played in a senior night basketball game against Spencerport High School, for a division title. Greece Athena got a large lead, so Coach Johnson decided to let McElWAIN play in the last 4 minutes and 19 seconds of the game. After initially missing 2 shots, J-Mac became hot as a pistol. McElWAIN made 6 3-point shots and 1 2-pointer, finishing with 20 points. Every shot he made shocked staff, students, and parents alike. After the final buzzer rang, the crowd dashed onto the court in celebration. Footage of the event was featured on ESPN days after the game, and a short film about McElWAIN's life was in production. The movie, The Magic of J-Mac, was released in 2009. Since 2006, many high schools have adopted the same idea, inserting students with disabilities into games, especially on senior night, some of which also produced spectacular results. Others inspired by McElWAIN were Josh Titus and Patrick Thibodeau, who on the same night in 2009 were told by their coaches to check into their games for playing time, with both athletes producing results very similar to McElWAIN's. Another example was Mitchell Marcus of Coronado High School, who in 2013 made a layup after a last-gasp act of kindness from Jonathan Montanez, who was on the opposing team. 10 years later, McElWAIN made his professional basketball debut with the Rochester Razor Sharks. On that day, February 15, 2006, Greece Athena High School basketball coach Jim Johnson decided to add McElWAIN to the roster for the team's game against Spencerport High School, so McElWAIN could be given a jersey and sit on the bench for the team's last home game of the season, and allow McElWAIN to play a few minutes if Greece Athena got a comfortable lead. With 4 minutes left in the game, Greece Athena had a double-digit lead, so Johnson decided to let McElWAIN play out the last minutes of the game. When teammates first passed the ball to McElWAIN, he attempted a 3-point shot and missed. McElWAIN got a second chance to score with a layup which he also missed. McElWAIN then got hot as a pistol, sinking 6 3-pointers and 1 2-point shot, before the game ended. The final score was Greece Athena 79, Spencerport 43. As soon as the final buzzer rang, fans from the stands stormed the court in celebration. Johnson described the celebration at the end of the game as living the movie Rudy. McElWAIN's performance was videotaped by fellow Greece Athena student Marcus Luciano, who was substituting for the team's normal videographer. Before the game, Johnson gave Luciano strict instructions to track only the game formations. However, according to ESPN writer Elizabeth Merrill, Luciano had a well-deserved reputation for breaking the rules. When he saw McElWAIN make his first shot, he ignored Johnson's instructions and instead panned the crowd reaction to McElWAIN's performance. Johnson was initially angry, but he soon changed his mind, calling Luciano's decision a brilliant move. Teacher Andy McCormack was in the audience that night to see the game. McCormack was Jason's speech language pathologist throughout high school, and the day after the game he got a copy of the video to local sports newscaster John Cucko, who put it on the news that night. Others followed suit, and within days the tape reached a national audience. McCormack continued to support Jason over the next few months in school, helping coin alternative language expressions to his now famous hot as a pistol phrase and helping him construct an introduction speech when Magic Johnson came to Greece Athena to speak to the student body. In his hometown of Greece, New York, McElWAIN quickly became a celebrity. The family's home phone was always ringing, and when themselves went out for a meal, a group of fans ran into the family, praising Jason. Jason's speech pathologist, Andy McCormack, sent the video footage of the game to John Kucko of local TV station WROC-TV on February 16. Kucko, with given permission, then sent the story out nationally to CNN the day after. Another local TV station sent their report to CBS News. Days later, the game made international headlines, from BBC News and Daily Telegraph in the United Kingdom to The Age in Australia to Scoop in New Zealand. But our country was captivated by your amazing story on the basketball court. I think it's a story of Coach Johnson's willingness to give a person a chance. It's a story of Dave and Debbie's deep love for their son, and it's a story of a young man who found his touch on the basketball court, which in turn touched the hearts of citizens all across the country," says President George W. Bush while talking about McElwain's 20-point game. McElwain met President George W. Bush on March 14, 2006, when Bush stopped by a nearby airport on his way to Canandaigua, New York, so he could meet McElwain. Standing next to McElwain, Bush told reporters, "As you can see, a special person has greeted us at the airport, Jason," and then jokingly asked, "Can I call you J-Mac?" Bush went on to praise McElwain. Bush also stated that upon seeing McElwain on television, he wept, just like a lot of other people did. Indianapolis Colts quarterback Peyton Manning visited Rochester, where he was introduced to McElwain. Manning invited McElwain and Steve Kerr, another Greece Athena high school athlete, to the Colts training camp for a week, which McElwain accepted. McElwain later said that Peyton was one of the nicest guys in sports, and when the Colts won the Super Bowl and Manning raised the Vince Lombardi trophy, McElwain had a tear in his eye. McElwain threw out the opening pitch for the Rochester Red Wings game against the Charlotte Knights. The Red Wings also gave away 3,500 free bobblehead dolls that were modeled after McElwain. McElwain won an ESPY Award for the best moment in sports in 2006. McElwain beat out Kobe Bryant's 81-point game and the George Mason Patriots' run to the Final Four. The speech that Jason gave upon winning the award was written for him by his older brother. The theme of the speech was about dreams coming true. In addition to the many celebrities McElwain met, he also appeared on various talk shows, including The Oprah Winfrey Show, Larry King Live, Good Morning America, and Today. In 2007, Topps Trading Cards produced a Jason McElwain card as part of its retro-themed Allen and Ginter set. In 2009, he appeared in a commercial for Gatorade as part of their What Is G? Ad campaign. The commercial aired during the Super Bowl. McElwain appeared on The Talk in April 2011 as part of the show's month-long series on autism awareness. He told the hosts he was head coach of the 17U East Coast Fusion AAU basketball team. His memorable video surfaced once more in 2011, when Facebook users shared a 2006 story featured on CBS Evening News. Jason also had a song dedicated to him and his accomplishments on the court by an artist named Iron Butter. Jason also did several interviews and appeared at the Summer Jam concert where his song was performed. Based on Jason's story, he wrote a book titled The Game of My Life and recorded the movie The Magic of J-Mac in 2009. In the next few years, McElwain completed his GED courses and planned to go to college, and has a full-time job at Wegmans Food Markets in Greece, New York. Jason is often seen, too, at the local Olympia Family Restaurant in Greece, New York. Occasionally, customers recognize him and ask for an autograph. McElwain also travels across the United States to help raise funds for autism research and to make media appearances. On June 13, 2022, McElwain sustained a collapsed lung, several broken ribs, and lacerations after he rode his bicycle into the path of an oncoming motor vehicle. Police do not intend to press charges against McElwain or the motorist. One more story that says that is everything possible with strong wishes and work. Until the next hearing, LK Production.